This is a Tesco Hudl 2. Now, what is a Tesco and what is a Hudl 2, you might well be asking. Well, if you're outside the UK, Tesco is one of this country's biggest supermarket retailers, quite possibly the biggest, I would suspect. But they don't just do groceries. They are the Amazon of the bricks and mortar world. They sell everything. Homewares, electricals, the lot. And about a year ago, or thereabouts, I seem to recall, they brought out their own tablet, jumped on the digital bandwagon and thought, we need to sell one of these. They called it the Hudl. This is the new version, released, I think, only a couple of weeks ago. They've called it Hudl 2, as you can see, and they have sent me one for review. Their PR company got in touch and said, would you like a Hudl? I said, yes, but let me make it clear that if I'm going to review this, I will say it how it is, warts and all. It will be an independent review. I'm not just going to love it because you're sending me one. They said, no, fine, go ahead, knock yourself out. So they have sent me the Hudl and also a little Hudl case. So what's in the tablet? Well, it is essentially a normal Android tablet, an 8.3-inch screen. It's 1920 by 1200, so that's 16 by 10 aspect ratio. It's got 16 gig of storage, which you can expand to 48 with a micro SDHC card. It's got an HDMI out port, so if you want to play back films and things on your telly from the tablet, you can just plug the one into the other and it'll do that. 5 megapixel camera on the back, 1.2 megapixel camera on the front for Skype calling, video calling, all that kind of thing. Now it's saying it's got an 8-hour battery life. I have seen some reviews already that are saying the battery life isn't as good as you would hope, but I will definitely be testing that out over the next few days. It's got an Intel quad-core processor, up to 1.83 gigahertz, it says, with 2 gig of RAM. Now, Tesco, of course, want you to use this for Tesco, so they've pre-installed a few apps on it. There are things that allow you to sort of check your loyalty card, points, balance, and so on. And Tesco also own, they bought it a couple of years ago, a video streaming service, a bit like Netflix or whatever. It's called Blinkbox, and its selling feature is you don't have to pay a monthly subscription, it's just pay as you go. So they've pre-installed the Blinkbox app on here as well. And also, because Tesco is a supermarket, it's aimed at families and so on, they've put some family-friendly features on the tablet which allow you to set up user profiles and restrict access to, for example, your children, so that they can't see certain websites and you can keep all the dodgy websites to yourself. Apart from that, it's a pretty standard Android tablet. I mean, it's got Chrome, it's got YouTube, it's got Gmail and all that kind of stuff. I suppose I ought to actually get it out of the box and show you. So there is the tablet on the front. It's got lots of very helpful labels on the packaging, sort of pointing out where the headphone jack is and where the HDMI port is, that kind of stuff, so that's helpful. I'll get that out of its packaging in just a second. Also in the box, little helpful leaflet, everything you need to know about your Hudl, including the small print. There's a little booklet of £60 worth of sort of voucher codes, essentially, including £10 worth for the Blinkbox movie streaming service, so that's nice. You've got a USB cable with which to charge it up, and on the other side of the box, sorry, USB cable, charger. There we go, just a standard normal USB charger. And then right at the bottom of the box, help with Hudl, free phone telephone numbers, so you can give them a call. And one would imagine that since they are aiming this at families, they've got some very patient technical support on the end of those who can explain to people who've never used a tablet before what it is and how you use it. Now, can I actually get it out of the wrapping? That's a very good question. Bear with me. Stuck. There is the tablet. Not the thinnest tablet I've ever seen, but it's not thick by any stretch of the imagination. Speakers on the back, which is obviously not superb, because then when you're holding it away from you, the sound is going away from you and you run the risk of putting your hands over them and muffling the sound, or if you're putting it down on a tabletop or something. I'm just going to peel this front plastic off. There it is. And there is the screen. Now, I have literally taken this out of the box fresh. I haven't charged it up or anything, so I'm going to have to go away for a bit, give it its initial charge, have a play, and I will come back in a couple of days and do an update on how I'm getting on. Obviously, on my channel, I concentrate on video filming, video cameras, gadgets, and that kind of thing. So I'm going to look at the Hudl from a sort of video perspective. Is it any good for either watching videos, whether it's YouTube or streaming them, or is it any good for taking videos? Does that 5 megapixel camera on the back here actually offer you any kind of good resolution and quality for taking videos. We've all seen videos shot on iPhones. Can a Hudl do the same sort of thing for a much lower price? This tablet retails at £129, which is not very much at all. So yeah, I'll have a look at that, and also whether it's any good for perhaps editing sound or video. I'll have a go. I'll report back with another video in a bit, so stand by for that. If you're not already a subscriber to my channel, then do please click on the subscribe button. That way you won't miss an update when I do come back with my conclusions on this. If you aren't already a subscriber, then thank you very much. Either way, thank you for watching. If you've liked the video, give it a quick click on the like button, and do come back for my conclusions in a few days' time. Cheers now. Bye-bye.